This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Lakewood, Colorado. I am here at the Complete Auto Repair. Since 2010, this auto repair center has been providing competitive prices and excellent customer service for the local community. I'm here with the general manager and owner. Guys, thanks so much for joining us here today. Let's start off a little bit about yourselves. Quite honestly, Dan, you've been 2010, you started doing this professionally, but you've been dealing with cars your entire life. Basically, when you were 13 years old, you were disassembling cars already. You didn't have a garage to do it in. You're doing it out in the front yard. Definitely a family business. We fast forward about 4 decades later. A lot of experience you bring to the table. You're ASE certified technicians. A lot of experience out on the floor there. Share with me a little bit how you got involved in this type of industry.
I was interested in working on cars more so than academics back in high school, and I just kind of followed my interest and went to work right away, different garages and that kind of thing. Basically been working on cars ever since.
Excellent. This is definitely a family business. Shonda, basically, I see family a little bit of everywhere. Does the passion of automobiles pretty much run in the family?
It does. I grew up working on cars in the garage with my dad, and we've rebuilt quite a few over the years. And
I see brothers, sisters, daughters, Jack the greeter at the front door. I mean, this is a family business. I think the challenge is for a lot of consumers out there, really find an auto shop that they can trust, and basically a place that we're going to treat them like family. Is that really what you strive for here?
Yeah, we go the extra mile for every one of our customers. So.
I mean, there's not too many things that people really rely on in this modern day like we do our automobile. I mean, basically when it breaks down, we notice. That's the thing that basically gets us to school, gets us to our job. We use it for enjoyment. There's a sense of urgency when basically the car breaks down. Is that something that your team understands and also takes pretty serious?
Yeah, we definitely realize that with all our customers. They need to get to work just like we do.
Basically, you're on the front end, Shonda, out there. You're dealing with folks. I imagine they always want to get their car yesterday. They need it today. Is customer service important on the front end?
it's very important. If we don't treat them right, they're going to go somewhere else and someone else will. So we take care of them like we would want to be taking care of ourselves.
Excellent. Before we discuss a lot of the repairs that you offer here.
Gosh, it's been about 5 years, I'm pretty sure. Total of, at this point, about 6 cars, 3 in our family, my son's 2 cars, and my father-in-law's car. That's 6? That's 6. That's the short story. The long story is that, you know, I'm always going to be leaving and getting exactly what I'm looking for, and at a good price. But the main thing for me is dealing with somebody that I can understand and explains it and does it right, is just honest. I mean, finding honest people in this world.
Let's start first of all with preventative maintenance. We're talking about tune-ups, winterization, oil change. How important is this that we do that as consumers to make sure that we don't run into more costly repairs later on?
That's real important. It's like anything else, taking care of yourself, going to the doctor, that kind of thing. You don't want to be broke down somewhere. It definitely money well spent.
I mean, you got a highly qualified team back there. We're talking about easily over 100 years of combined experience back there. Let's start off first of all with diagnosing the problem. Share with me the state-of-the-art equipment that you guys basically diagnose some of the problems.
We have the latest software and technology. We have several scanners for our ASE master techs to use. A lot of times it's their knowledge that comes in more handy than the actual equipment, though.
Wonderful. Let me ask you this. I mean, I know a lot of times folks maybe see a warning light or something. They know something's wrong with the car. They take it down to the local auto parts shop. They hook it up. They see the numbers. How does that differ from what the diagnostic tools that you guys use here? Because I know a lot of places charge for the diagnosis. What is the difference there?
When you pull the codes out of a computer, it's a tool that leads you in the right direction. Pulling a code doesn't tell you exactly what's wrong with the car. Not a magic machine by any means, like a lot of people may think of it, that we can read a machine and...
Interesting. I mean, quite honestly, you do a wide array of services right here under the roof. We're talking about brakes, belts, differentials. Pretty much, are these all American cars that you can work on here?
We work on all foreign and domestic vehicles, so pretty much everything.
Anything that comes through the doors. Obviously, the Colorado climate here, it can change in the spur of a moment. We wake up in the morning, turn our heater on. By the afternoon, we got our air conditioner on. Are you able to work on the climate control systems, cooling systems, or all these things able to make the car more comfortable ride?
Yeah, we pretty much do it all. Not anything as far as body work, but everything mechanical we take care of.
Like you said before, the warning light basically lets people know that there is a problem, but it really doesn't tell you what the problem is. When it comes to electrical or electronic work, troubleshooting, is that something your team is able to do as well?
Yes, yeah, we do a lot of that kind of stuff. With the weather the way it is out here, they use a lot of mag chloride on the roads, and we'll get in the connectors on certain components, mess with the computers and a lot of the sensors.
Interesting. Be it a two-wheel axle, four-wheel, all-wheel, you're able to work on basically axles, differentials, anything that basically people can drive through.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. One of the things I notice is you have a kind of an emphasis on four-wheel drives. Is there certain custom services that you offer for four-wheel drives, or is it kind of different than that of a two-wheel?
It depends on the make and the model. Four-wheel drives require different things a lot of times than a two-wheel drive. But
one of the things I see here is, like I say, you began here in 2010. You've got some great testimonials online, reviews online, people that have used you quite a few times in a short amount of time here at this shop. I imagine it all starts out on the front end with a reliable estimate. Is that important for folks, that they understand really what they're getting into?
We like to provide the customer with as much information about their vehicle as we can and really fill them in on why they're putting their money here, rather than just them seeing it as an expense, but understanding that that's going to keep their family safe on the road and keep people on the road and keep them working. We have 3 complimentary loaner vehicles that they can use for the day or for the week if they have to, if it's a large repair. Otherwise, we can provide them a ride back home or a ride to work and pick them up at the end of the day, seeing the necessity behind it rather than just the dollar signs.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, first of all, you can see some of the services. We've touched on a few of them here. Basically, this is a company that began in 2010. What we're talking about at the helm here is a family-owned and operated company with easily 100 years combined experience. We're talking about brothers, Dan and Fred, along with sisters and daughters, and basically Jack the greeter at the front door. You guys pretty much got it going on here. Pretty accessible here, easy to get to, a great shop. Tell me a little bit about the facility. Are you able to basically bring in quite a few cars?
yeah, we could use a facility twice the size, in fact. Stay as much as we can handle all the time. So
Wonderful. Family-owned and operated. Basically, it looks like the love of cars runs in the family here. You guys have children that you're growing up, 3-year-olds that probably know more about cars than I do, and which is kind of cool knowing that. How important is it for you to give back to your community?
we do try to do a lot of things. We're in the middle of getting a blood drive put together, donate to the local high schools, take care of our customers.
Also, Gary, what's important to us is giving back to our community. We are a Toys for Tots donation center. We give back to the local church and help out with their events, and we provide contributions to elementary schools and high school donation programs. We work with a local baseball tournament to help provide scholarship funds, and we work with Zonta Women's Foundation.
The testimonial we just received here earlier was from a gentleman who basically had you servicing pretty much his whole entire car, all of his cars, his families. If you've got a viewer out there that hasn't found basically an auto shop that they can trust, what would you tell them, Shonda?
We've built our business on a few core values: honesty, integrity, commitment, convenience to the customer. And come in and give us a try. I think you'll be pleased.
We live here in Colorado. Obviously, we've got an emissions out there that people need to pass. A lot of times, they're not passing them, not sure who they should turn to. Tell me why this is a great place to come to.
We can do pretty much any repair that needs to get your vehicle past the emissions. So.
Wonderful. What about folks out there that have fleets of cars? They need quite a few taken care of at one time. Are you able to provide for that as well?
We do. We have several fleets. They range from 6 vehicles up to 20 vehicles, and we offer special services for fleets and also extend the discounting to their families and their coworkers.
Excellent. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see their website. Contact information is right there as well. You can basically sign up to their email letter right there. Give them your email, and they'll give you a great special. They'll also keep you apprised of any specials they got going on out there. Take a look at the online reviews there as well. Once again, that is CAR, Complete Auto Repair, located right here in Lakewood, Colorado. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.